what the opinion of the people of Norwalk is on this situation. 101 ballots received at the last meeting in opposition. 100% of the speakers at the last meeting in opposition. 1 ballot was received in favor. I presume there are more at this point. People, this should speak volumes. The $64 million question is our city council listening? I absolutely do not believe this serious issue should be decided by 21,000 plus residents that abstained completely from the process by simply not even voicing an opinion, and therefore they're considered a vote in the affirmative. Nor do I believe it should be decided by those on the council that are willing to vote against the overwhelming consensus of their constituency. $150,000 in this budget's been designated for a sculpture at Glacier Park. I'm told there's a surcharge or a fee of 1% for all developments in the city that must be spent on art, and accordingly. I'm also told Mr. McKenna loves his horses, and I'm sure he does. Whoever created this 1% fee should amend it. It seems the 1% would be better spent on infrastructure, but yet we have art. $650,000 a year budgeted to sweep every street in the city every week. Could we save $300,000 and sweep the residential streets every other week? Could we save even more and sweep them once a month? $179,000 to relocate the city clerk across the hall, to relocate Parks and Recreation actually to the park, and to move the Housing Authority across the street. $150,000 to replace skylights at the sports complex. $6.5 million for culture and recreation. Perhaps we can only afford $5.5 million of culture and recreation. In the 2013-2014 budget, the City of Norwalk is going to receive $1.2 million from redevelopment, dissolution, and property tax settlements with the county. Any guess what the city plans to do with that money? They plan to spend it. Guess what they plan to spend it on? I can tell you it ain't the sewer. The only correct solution to oppose the measure as presented, and if you must, let the eligible voters of the City of Norwalk decide their own fate. Let the voters make the decision. We will then live with that conclusion. I'm in hopes Ms. Kelly would appreciate and agree with Mr. Vernola and Mr. Mendez. I'm further in hopes Mayor Vernola and Councilman Mendez are still listening and oppose this issue tonight. Thank you very much.